Hello, it's me, Vimesy. We're awesome. Welcome to the Gamers Confessional. This is a whole new day for us. This is us looking neat on YouTube and Twitch, simulcasting, I think they call it. It's very posh. With me tonight, we have the mighty Clarky.
Hey.
And we also have the awesome Pet, who stuck himself on mute already. Well done, buddy. Yep, see, he hasn't he? He stuck himself on mute. What a donkey. You there?
Yeah, but because I can hear like...
What's he done?
Is that me?
That's you. See, you're sticking yourself on mute. I don't know why.
Oh, so if I mute myself, does it go?
What? If you mute yourself, you what?
Can you? I'm hearing like.
No, we're all great, mate. I don't know about
you're great. Okay.
I don't care about you. If you could be asked to turn up 1 minute before the show and not get your audio sorted out, mate, don't come crying to me.
Vimesy, what happens if I press this connect to YouTube button here to get?
No, we don't do any of that now, do we? We don't do any of that. Don't start messing around now.
It's working.
Oh God. Fucking hell. Welcome to the Gamers Confessional. This is episode 366. It's also the first episode where we're actually trying something new and actually decided to invest in some different infrastructure and actually go for a proper streaming setup. So we are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. I can see we've already got people watching us. That's good. Tonight, it's a big show. It's our special E3. That isn't E3. What do you want, Pat? What? Speak.
If I leave and come back, does it still work?
If you leave and come back, does it still work?
Yeah.
Is there any reason why you would need to leave and then come back?
Listen to the voice note I just sent you.
I don't want to...
Listen to it live. Listen to it live. Listen to it live.
This does not make great casting of pod.
No, it's an audio.
All right, which one? The first or the second one? Which
Let's do the second. Why not?
Okay.
So to invest in some infrastructure and actually go for a proper streaming setup. So we are live on Twitch.
Yeah, I don't see a problem, mate.
Oh, did it not record? Oh, okay. You can't hear it.
I'll be honest. He sounds perfectly fine to me, Bet.
No. Okay.
You've got a little issue. Did you click the little button that says audio echo cancellation on it?
No. Where's that?
So if you go into your settings down the bottom.
Yes.
All right. Is there a little button that says echo cancellation?
I'm going to leave and come back.
If only you'd have invited us half an hour earlier, Vimesy.
I know, right?
Well, it's weird because that only happened. It wasn't happening when we were before you pressed the go live button. I want to go and come back.
I don't need to hear it. I don't.
Oh, yeah, you do that, Pet.
Anyway, Clark, how are you, my friend?
I'm fine, mate. I'm fine.
Are you liking this brave new world so far?
I am because it saves me money.
You've not had the bill yet?
Piss off.
You're rolling in money. What are you talking about?
I'm not rolling in
There's
money.
Cash flying out left, right, and centre, all over the place. You're spending.
Just because I got a new gaming laptop
and a new house.
Shh.
Oh right, sorry, I'm not. Manchon Chez Clarky.
Yeah, you need to keep quiet about that.
Do I?
Now the entire internet knows.
Oh yeah. Millions of people around the world now know. Hang on, shall I add him in?
Hey, it's gone.
That's excellent. Good to know. Hang on. There we go. Boink. Yeah, nice. Well, hey, Pat, you all right?
Oh.
What was that? Is that a shot of tequila? You just necked a shot of tequila.
And I dribbled as well.
He dribbled. You're not very proud. Pet is feeling a little bit under the weather today. He's been a little bit poorly, haven't you, Pat? You felt a little bit, yeah.
Not physically in here.
In your heart? Are you heartbroken?
Well, not heartbroken, but
I thought you just went out and got trolleyed.
No, I got fucked.
I thought he'd hurt his mouth. It was going like that before we came on.
And that's us off YouTube. Amazing.
no, I don't know. I'm in a weird mood. Do you know, like, do you ever feel like it's a weird one to go through? Yeah. Do you ever feel, you know, like Vanilla Sky? Do you ever feel like this is a lucid dream?
Oh, dear God.
And maybe like,
Oh,
do you know what I mean? And maybe like it's weird. Have you seen Inception?
yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Right.
How do you know like this world is real? I've got one of those things going on.
Okay.
And you know what they do?
I've got a number you can phone to speak to people about that if you want.
There's no one to speak to. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, there's men in white coats.
Literally.
I'd love to speak to you about this kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, yeah, it's just like, how do you know? How do you not know that? Like, we're fucking frozen right now. Do you know what I mean?
Does it matter?
Well, this went deep, didn't it?
Well,
Does it matter? I mean, if that's, I mean, what can you do? Nothing. So let's just move on and get on with it. Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, it's not just that, but that's part of it.
Also, I like to think if this was a dream, I'd kind of think of myself like in a better place. You know, I'd have more than the 600 odd viewers that are watching this now.
Well,
know?
also, like, you know, like the Truman Show.
Oh God.
You know, like all that stuff.
Okay.
I feel like, well, how do you know that's not all like a combined?
Is this why you like you don't like flying in case you bump into the wall?
Just crash into the ceiling.
Oh my God.
What is that what you think happens on an airplane? Is like as soon as you start going, there's someone at the side like winding a crank, making the scenery change.
Yeah. And then
It's just cloudy. It's just someone with a big cigar sitting in front of the window,
I don't know.
blowing the clouds past you.
I know it's funny to you, but it's so terrifying to me.
You can't do nothing about it, mate. Just move on and.
No, that's like, nah, that's not right. Because that's like, you know, when you go into war and you're like, well, you can't do anything about it. If you die, you die. So don't be nervous.
I'm not fully familiar with that particular.
There's a lot of things. I don't know.
Having not gone to war yet.
Huh?
I mean, having not gone to war yet.
But you've seen it on TV.
Oh well, yeah. Obviously, I've seen Saving Private Ryan. I mean, obviously, I've been through the horrors.
You've been to war before, haven't you, Vimesy? Normandy.
Yeah,
the Falklands.
Here we is.
He's from the beach of Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Is there a beach in Dunkirk? I don't know.
I mean, what is it? But you trying to compete with our Prime Minister for how to disrespect our Devo veterans, Pet? How could you?
Who did I disrespect?
Don't start because I can't be dealing with I can't be dealing with a backlash, mate. I can't be dealing with a backlash.
Disrespect anyone. I didn't disrespect. Yeah. No, I don't know. You said come on because you're going to cheer me up, so I'm here. Cheer me up.
Cheer you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We could bring back this old chestnut.
That time where Pet brings the news for you. Vimesy and Clarky's here to join the discussion too. Let's all discuss it in Pet's Corner now. 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 Let's all discuss it. Okay, that's pretty good.
I love that last bit.
It's the last bit. Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
We had to leave that in because it was so funny that it just recorded it. I was so chuffed. I was like, you know what? I didn't fuck that up as well.
I haven't heard that for so long. Oh man.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, it is E3 week. Well, sort of E3, not E3 week. What would have been E3 week, which has not been E3 week. I was reading something today. Apparently, there were in the space of approximately 5 days, 600 game announcements.
That's really bad, though, isn't it? Because we could only remember like
there or something. But no,
we could only remember 30. So what was the other 500?
Well, no, I mean obviously you didn't watch the big ones like the PC gaming show.
I gotta watch that for 5 minutes. What a lot of gash that was.
Look, there were a lot. I mean, if you look at the summer conference schedule, you had everything from Future Games did one. You had obviously the big ones like Ubisoft Forward and stuff like that, but you also had things like the Wholesome Direct, Devolver did theirs, Day of the Devs, Summer Game Fest, Guerrilla did one.
What, the band?
21. Yep. All that.
I'm so happy.
There were bloody loads, mate. There were bloody loads. We've still got Nordic and stuff like that and things coming up. So yeah, there were a few. So yeah, that 600 odd games. I'm not going to focus on all 600 of the games. Weirdly, I thought we could talk about Microsoft. Get hyped or get out.
That's not a bad first attempt. Coleman, can you do
Really?
better than that?
No,
Yeah,
That looks
That's
pretty
really good.
basic to me. Can this do better?
that is good.
I like it. Do you like it? So
Maybe
Xbox-
center it a bit.
fuck off, Clarky.
What?
So come on, let's just come on. Let's do
All
this.
right.
Microsoft Showcase, 30 games roughly. I think it was actually 30 games. 10 of them were updates or DLCs. 10 of them
20
were
of
third
them will never
party.
see the
No,
light of
10 of
day.
them 10 of them were third party, so we'll see them. And then we had 10 first party. Off the bat, I thought the reaction to this was really weird because everyone was banging on saying it's like the best showcase ever, and it was like Xbox's most awesome thing, and I was just like, hang on, we've had nothing here. We've had lots of CG. We've had hardly any gameplay. The gameplay I did see, I can't say I'm exactly convinced about.
Yeah,
no,
and you know what the weirdest-
no release dates, nothing.
Do you know what the weirdest thing was? Even like Dragon Age, for example.
That's
No,
Ubisoft. That's Ubi. I've got another banner for that later. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, all right.
Dragon Age
Xbox
is
did show it.
BioWare.
But Xbox did show it. Whoever made it, it wasn't the Xbox showcase. But what I was going to say was like, it's weird that you see a CGI, you see absolutely no gameplay from that game, and then you see a release date of 2024. So I am like, fuck, that's in less than 6 months.
But you've got that with Indie as well. Indie's supposed to be out this fall, right?
No, but you got gameplay of Indie at least.
You got hardly anything. You got some of the melee combat stuff they showed with the punching looked jacked.
No, they showed a little bit.
They showed a bit where he kind of jumps off and he's got the whip, but that looked really canned.
But we didn't see anything from Dragon Age, and it's out in the next 6 months.
We didn't. No, we did. They've done a gameplay run through. They've done like 15 minutes of gameplay.
Oh, afterwards they did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why did they do a little bit for the show?
They did a bit in the showcase. They did. Ubisoft did a bit, and then they released after that show. They did like a 15-minute. I watched this lunch. I'm sure it was Ubisoft that did that.
BioWare do Dragon Age.
Didn't it? Wasn't it? I'm sure it was Ubi.
Is it EA own it?
That's true. No, it must have been.
I would have been surprised.
Yeah, you're probably. Yeah, you're right, Clarky. No, you are right. I've got it on my notes.
Thanks.
It says here on my notes. Clarky's right.
I was going to say I would have been surprised if one company showed no gameplay and the other company showed 15 minutes worth of it. Like that would have made sense.
I watched Skill Up and he read out some comments like it reminded people of a Fortnite season trailer. Yeah,
the trailer didn't look good. I didn't like it. It was all this kind of like, zoom in on the character. They do a little pose and then get their name, sort of like Scout Harding, dwarf or something. I don't know. It was just like
Tom Cruise, dwarf.
I mean, I did watch the gameplay because I liked Dragon Age, but I do believe Dragon Age Inquisition got our coveted Game of the Year award at one stage, much to Clarky's chagrin. So, yeah, let me think. It didn't look good. It looks like an action game now. It doesn't look like a what do you call it? A Dragon Age game anymore. It just doesn't. It just looks like a kind of third-person action game. There's lots of bouncing around, zipping around.
Are we talking about the same game here? I'm so confused. Are we talking about? Is it Dragon Age the Skyrim-looking game that we saw just a CGI of?
That was Avowed, wasn't it? You're thinking of?
No, I'm thinking of Dragon Age. Are you thinking of another game?
No.
I'm so confused. I'm going to get up the video.
So the Dragon Age one is the BioWare one where you've kind of got the different cast of characters where it's showing you this is the Ice Mage. This is the
I
don't know if I'd say it was like The Witcher because I like The Witcher. The Avowed one was the one that looked like Skyrim, where it was very much first person with kind of sword and shield or a bit of magic throwing. It looked like Skyrim, basically. Avowed. That was there, but I did not get good vibes from Dragonlance. But for the whole Microsoft show, right? I looked through that. You had Doom, that had a 2025 date on it. You had State of Decay 3. They showed another CGI trailer. They showed that originally like 2 years ago or something. Not the same trailer, but a CGI trailer. No release.
So long.
Yeah,
drawn out for what was. I mean, the original was pretty much an indie game, wasn't it?
It was good. I remember by both of those I played and quite enjoyed them. But Dragon Age has a full 24 release date on it. So that's coming up soon. They had that Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which looks
fall.
Quite interesting.
Can you cut it out of the Americanisms, please?
No, I've got to say fall because that's what I've written down.
Autumn.
If I start trying to, ad lib stuff, it will all go wrong.
Fall.
But that Expedition 33, or whatever, that looks quite good. That's got that weird turn-based sort of thing going on. That's just got a 2025. That South of Midnight game with the going around the bayou or whatever it was on the back of a massive fish. That's 2025. No date other than that. Perfect Dark. Absolutely no date. Not even a year.
But we finally got gameplay of it, though.
Did we though? Did we?
Yeah,
I don't even know if that's gameplay. It looked really.
They're saying it's gameplay. I mean, Xbox is saying.
All right. Well, if it is great. But I
Oh, come on, Pet. Xbox is saying it's gameplay.
Yeah, must be right then. Must be right.
Gameplay trailer is what they called it. I'm on the website right now, so they are calling it gameplay trailer.
Okay. All right. Fable. That looks really good, but again, little tiny snippets of. I mean, the humor's there; they nailed that. But little bits of gameplay. Again, just a 2025 release date. Indie, just a 2024. Nothing else. Avowed, that had a 24. Nothing else. Stalker 2 had an actual date, and that looks fucking amazing. That looks really good. That's got, I think, 5th of September. That's due.
Zelensky needs some new AKs.
Oh, mate, that looks such a good game. That felt like almost photorealistic. That just looks beautiful. And then Gears, which they ended with Gears what you call Emergence.
Why they do that? They're right in the middle of a story.
But nobody played it, mate.
5 was all right. It was.
How many people played? Shit. Well, I wonder how many people played it though. Right? Because if you're just having like a massive decline and it's just going down, and you're thinking, where do I throw all this money at? People really like Dom for some reason, and what's his name? The other big guy, Marcus.
Talk about it like that. Dom's man.
The original trilogy was good, right? And I haven't played 4, and I haven't played 5, and I don't think many people have. Actually, no, we did play it, and it was bad.
No, I'd already played it through once, and it absolutely killed me playing it through with you.
Yeah, it was awful. It was really. Hello, Muffs. Muffs is in the house. Look at that. That poor dog looks traumatized.
No, he's not. I took him for a walk. He's a good boy.
Well done. But yeah, I was just disappointed because it's like, look, I can throw together a showcase, put loads of CG trailers up, and go to look, aren't I wonderful? But I've only got one date. If you're not counting Call of Duty, I've got one date on the table there from those first party games. It's just. Didn't they do this the year before when they just said, "Oh, here's all of our games"? At least in that one they had. These are all coming in the next 24, in the next 12 months. I mean, half of them didn't.
Yeah, they had that big deep dive into Redfall.
We know how that turned out.
Went really well. Yeah. And then they had all the bollocks around. What was it? Oh yeah, how indie games are, how developers and stuff are really, really important, and how it's they want to focus their attention on the small games and grow this. And I'm just thinking, you've just binned off 4 of them.
Yeah, Phil Spencer went into hiding after they announced the close of those 4.
Did you see the IGN interview?
He didn't say anything, and now he's crawled out out of his box to talk about this. Like,
did you see the IGN interview with Ryan McCaffrey?
Bits and pieces, but
I got fucking angry. I got fucking angry because Ryan McCaffrey, if people don't know him, you will know him. He's like the voice of Xbox on IGN. So he's a big
the arse lick.
He's divisive, but he's like. he's a big spokesperson for Xbox. Basically, he's not supposed to be, and he was like, "Don't worry, I'm going to ask him the
He's
hard
supposed to
questions."
be independent press and
Yeah. But
anyway.
he said, "Oh, don't worry." Before he's got this interview, he was like, "I'm gonna ask him the hard questions," and he sort of went, "Oh yeah, you kind of binned off a few studios," and then just left it at that. And Phil just kind of went, "Well, it's a business. We've got to make some money." But actually, it's really important that we make some money so that we can reinvest it and grow these small studios. And you're like,
Yeah.
what, the ones you just fucking closed?
Yeah, poor Phil. He's living in a box right now under, in the streets. Bless him. He's got to make a little bit more money.
Yeah.
He's not making. He didn't make enough millions last month.
I just thought you've got it's in front of a live audience. You can't squirm away. You can't just run. You could have really fucking held him to account then and said, "What is Microsoft's strategy?
And then what, Vimesy? And then what? And then you're never invited back to interview Phil Spencer.
Yeah,
so you get him on the screen.
He's not going to be around long enough to matter, I don't think, at this rate.
They will have been pre-threatened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't get IGN, don't get them again. He never does an interview again with Ryan, because if I go on there and go, tell me about this, are you lying here? You said this last year. Fuck off. I'm not doing another interview ever again. So you get on there and you go, how deep you want me to suck it, Phil? This deep? All right, cool. We'll see you next year. Boom.
Is this why we're not getting interviews with the big boys, you reckon?
Because we're not going to do that. We're not
going to
promised
him Clarky. I mean,
yeah. Well, that's the good thing about. That's why everyone's come out, like you said. It's like, well, why is everyone saying this is amazing? Well, guess why? Because they don't want. They'll say the same thing about.
I just don't get it. There was an awful lot of oh, it's their best conference yet. I said, yeah, they showed a lot of games, and a lot of those games looked all right, but again, no release dates. Again, not a lot of gameplay, a lot of CGI. And if you've got games there that are scheduled to come out in the next 6 months, and you're not showing me sweet FA gameplay wise. Now, contrast that with something like when I'll talk about EB later, but you got deep dives for Assassin's Creed that's coming out. You got deep dives on Star Wars Outlaws. They did like a kind of long gameplay thing for. They fronted it and they said, here, here's actual gameplay of them doing. You can see it's an actual game.
They did that for Black Ops.
They did that for Black Ops. Yeah, that was the one I was going to say as well. That. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, great, well done. I mean, I don't understand why everyone was like, "Oh, isn't this amazing? Great, yeah, 10 updates, amazing."
But what does it
matter? Got an update. Who'd have thought it?
But what does it matter to one point as well? Because I'm so over all of this. Do you know what was a great show as well? Last year's Xbox show was fantastic as well. And let's see how the year went. So it's just like what they say doesn't mean anything. I don't know why people buy up and oh, it's going to be great. There's even in work, in business, you go in business, you get someone new, he comes in, a new boss. I'm going to do this, that. Oh, fantastic. Action, bro. That's what we want to see. You talk the talk, walk the walk, though. And that's what I don't get. I said last time when we were talking about the episode, when the foreclosures happened, I said this. I remember someone said, or how they're going to come back from this. And I was like, well, guess what's going to happen? They're going to come to Summer Game Fest, Digital E3, whatever you want to call it. And they're gonna show something amazing. They're gonna show these magic beans and go, "We got everything under control. Look how great we are. Everything's great here." Ryan's gonna be clapping with 1,000 people there, and everyone's gonna be on their hands and knees. And it's like, well, then it's your point whether you want to watch the biased news and buy it or not.
Biased news.
It is all biased.
It's like GB News or whatever.
Yeah, and it's not just Xbox. It's not an Xbox thing. PlayStation do exactly the same shit. Nintendo do the same shit. Some companies do it less than others.
No. I don't think they do to this extent. I really don't think.
So
you look at Sony's State of Play, right, or whatever that was.
That was mini
direct. I don't even know what you want to call that.
No, State of Play they call it. It wasn't a showcase. It was State of Play they call it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I can't remember. It was the smaller one of whatever it was. Might just
the 20 games or whatever it was.
They didn't show much, but they didn't hype it up too much. They didn't sort of. I don't think they put a lot behind it, and that's because they know they ain't got much, so they're not gonna, they're not gonna try and pretend they have. Really, they don't need to. Nintendo have always been fairly upfront. I can't remember a time when Nintendo came out and went, "Oh, look at all these amazing games we've got," and they're not shown like gameplay or.
When the Switch first came out. Remember like the Metro
We
Prime.
got arms, man. What you on
Oh
about?
my god, yeah.
But do you remember the logo of Metro Prime? Like
That's
Metro.
Metro
I'm
Prime 4.
telling you,
Yeah.
Switch 2 launch
Still haven't
game.
got. To this
Oh,
day,
mate.
we still haven't got it. Yeah, like
Switch 2 launch game.
But yeah, some people do it more. I mean, do you remember Kojima came out last year at Xbox and said we're working on a game. A year later, he don't even walk out, man. Don't even walk out like, oh, it was gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Don't even bother. If we're so far away from it, and actually, if you're lying to us, if you're sitting down and there's nothing going on, who's the other guy they caught? I remember he was at a piano and they rolled to him. It was like he didn't. This was like 2 years ago, and he was like, "Oh, I'm working on my next game," and he was like, you could see you could see in his eyes, he hasn't got anything. Like he might have this might be his next game.
Pokemon or something.
Yeah, well, whatever it was, like he's drawing it down and he's like, yeah, I've started it. It was like a famous developer. I can't remember who it was. It was so obvious, like you ain't got shit.
I'm sure it was something like about Pokemon or something like that. Oh yeah, we're working on the next game. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's great. Oh mate. Oh dear Lord. Yeah. I don't know. I just cannot believe. I just can't believe they came out and did that, and everyone's getting really hyped about it. So
on the other side of things, they did show 30 games, like you said. They showed a new console or 2 new consoles. I can't remember how many.
3 technically.
3 new consoles. Okay, I've
3
missed
new
that.
consoles. Okay,
There's the white.
Yeah, there's 2 all digital ones. There's a 1 terabyte Xbox Series X in white.
The white one.
There's a 1 terabyte Series S in white, and then they've got a special edition 2 terabyte Series X in black, and that's the one with the disc drive. So basically, everything's gone double. So you've got a black Xbox Series X. Instead of having a 1 terabyte drive, it's got a 2 terabyte drive, and that's got a disc drive. And then they've got a Series X without a disc drive, but that's got a terabyte in it, and a Series S with a 1 terabyte as well.
You're going to need that extra terabyte with the Xbox fucking Game Pass Call of Duty game.
No, because they updated you on that, didn't they? Yeah.
Oh, what did it
say? So it's what was it? It came out.
It's not 309 gigabytes then.
No. That's only if you that was if you installed everything, and that included things like I think Call of Duty, like 2 and 3 or something like that. I can't remember. It was like when you do the whole package. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, so if you do Warzone plus,
yeah, it was all
plus last year's COD or whatever.
Yep. Yeah,
plus the campaign, maybe
it was all that kind of stuff.
Right.
It is going to be.
Over
it is going to. You've got to be online all the time, because of the continuous streaming, apparently, of all the textures that you're going to need. So you have to be online all the time.
What, for the campaign?
Yep. And interestingly,
continuous.
When they say
for the 5-hour campaign, they couldn't.
Might be 6 hours, mate. Might be 6.
Okay, the 6-hour campaign, they couldn't get all the textures within 200 gigs.
Right, but do you remember the big shout out about how will or won't Call of Duty be on Game Pass day 1? Right?
Yeah,
and we got very excited because yes, Call of Duty is coming to Game Pass day 1, right? No, it's not.
What do you mean?
The campaign is coming to Game Pass day 1. The multiplayer is
the What? Sorry, can you buy the multiplayer separately? Can you?
You want a multiplayer? Go buy the game, or
the full game.
Or you've got to have Game Pass Ultimate.
All right.
So if you're on Game Pass Ultimate, you get everything. But if you're just on Game Pass for Xbox, like the normal console one, right? So Ultimate gives you Game Pass on PC and Xbox, right? So it's what I've got. So I'll get everything. If I'm on Game Pass PC, I get everything. Yeah. If I'm just got an Xbox and no PC, so I've just got Game Pass on console, I just get the campaign.
But you can get Game Pass Ultimate on console as well.
I could upgrade to Game Pass Ultimate for a month and play.
Oh, it's a bit more money. You pay a bit more. Okay. What else does Ultimate get you then? Why is it Ultimate? You get a lot more games.
Ultimate, all Ultimate does. Yeah, it's like levels. I didn't even realize, because do you remember this thing when I got pissed off with Sea of Thieves because I tried to play it and then realized I was on like Game Pass Core or something like that. Which is basically you've got Core, console only, and then Ultimate. Don't ask me to run through what the difference is between like them all are, but basically if you're on Ultimate,
you only get a.
It's basically Xbox Live, isn't it? It's like you get
you
get
only
online.
and you only get a curated list of the Game Pass titles.
Yeah.
So you won't have anywhere near as many Game Pass titles as other people.
But
No,
if
but
you go
buy the
like
full game,
if you get like Ultimate or something like that, you also get like the EA sub as well in that EA whatever it's called.
And how much is Ultimate a month?
About 12 quid, 12, 13 quid a month.
Is it 12.99?
I did do some math. I was looking at this and I was thinking, if you bought a Series X at 400 quid, right, and you do that over the life of if you got Ultimate for the life of a system, say 7 years, you'd have to play 20 games to make it worth your while. If you're buying 20 £70 games, right, to make it worth your while having Game Pass.
What do you mean?
So you pay for the console, 400 quid, right? You bung on top of that 7 years worth of Game Pass.
It's like
Ultimate, right? Add all that up together to give you one price. If you divide that by 70 quid to give you how many $70 games would you have to buy to make it break even? It's 20. You'd have to have 20.
I don't understand the maths.
In 7 years. Do you get a calculator?
Is it good or is it bad?
It's not great, is it?
I don't know.
Over 7 years, do you buy 20 $70 games? Like full price, full,
Yeah, probably easily.
You reckon?
Over 7 years, do I buy seven? Over 7 years, do I buy 7 games at full price?
No, over 7 years, do you buy 20 full price?
Over a year, I'll probably buy 3 full price games. Me now, over a year. So
maybe you would. Maybe you should buy a Series X and 7 years worth of Game Pass Ultimate.
So it's good or is it bad?
I think I don't think that's great. It's okay if you want to play all the little games as well and stuff like that, and have that kind of, all the small games that you maybe wouldn't have bought, wouldn't have picked up.
But you don't have to be continuous on the subscription. You can be like, okay, I'm not going to play anything because there's nothing out right now. Yeah. But when Gears of War comes out, I'm going to subscribe for a month, beat it, and then end it again.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, that's one of the good things about.
I mean, they don't want you to do that. They want you to be like running back.
No, I mean, but it's it just. I don't know. I didn't think it would be that. I was trying to work out how much it would be to how many games you'd have to buy to kind of break even, and it seemed like a lot to me.
I mean, I guess, obviously, like Netflix is better, isn't it? Like if you bought all those movies.
Yeah, but that's a 2-hour experience, isn't it? And you don't pay 70 quid for a DVD, do you?
No, I haven't bought DVD in ages, to be honest.
No, that's the other thing.
No, anyone buys DVDs anymore.
That was Microsoft, and I just thought that was a bit. I just couldn't understand why everyone was giving them like a free pass on it, just kind of going, "Oh, isn't this amazing?" And I'm like,
well, it wasn't bad though.
The games they showed were good.
I think,
but they were all fucking CG. There was so little gameplay in that.
Vimesy is right.
No, I think he's right. Well, what they showed, what on face value, what they showed, I think was really good, like as a show. But I just don't believe any of the bullshit. That's the thing. It's like if someone came out and was like, "Hey, look at my brand new shop, and there's all Ferraris everywhere," I'd be like, "That's really good." But actually, if you look closely, there's no engines in any of the Ferraris. Do you know what I mean? Like, so on paper, it looks like a really good show. But I don't believe any of the bullshit. I don't believe we're going to see any of these games. They make it sound as if they got games coming out every month. That's what they did last year. Well, I don't even know why I'm talking about the future.
Well, by 2025, if they go by the list, 2025 is going to be cracking, mate. Well, if you go by the list they gave us.
Did they come out last year and go, you know what? The year ahead's going to be really fucking slow, guys. They've made it seem like 2024 has been dead up to now. We know, in fact, we've lived it. But the next 6 months, you wait and see.
Well, if you believe what they say, and it's a big if, right? If you believe what they say, you've got obviously Dragon Age comes out, you've got Indie, you've got Avowed, you've got Stalker 2. So there's 4 games in the next 6 months. That's not bad. But of those 4 games, Stalker's going to be amazing because Stalker is going to be amazing. Dragon Age, I am
people said that about Redfall.
Stalker's not going to miss, mate. It's not going to miss. It's going to be amazing.
That's what they said about Starfield.
Don't get me on Bethesda. All right. Just don't. Dragon Age, I am totally unconvinced by. Indie, I am totally unconvinced by. And Avowed looks like a fan-made fucking Skyrim clone.
Whoa. Whoa.
Tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not.
Fucking hell.
It does.
You said Dragon Age Inquisition was your game of the year, and then
Yeah, and look how far the mighty have fallen. That's what I'm saying. Because that Dragon Age did not look like a Dragon Age game to me.
No,
it looked light and bouncy.
Do you know what? On that note, Vimesy, look exactly the same. You could have inserted the word Doom there as well. Doom, the Dark Ages.
No, Doom looked good. It's
what
totally not my kind of game, but Doom looked good.
What has this series become, though, man? What has this series become when it's got to turn away fans like me of Doom, like to
how has that turned you away?
The last one turned me away. They just turned it into this platforming nonsense, and it was just
that's not what I saw in that video.
This one I hope is a bit different.
I saw. I'm walking forward. I'm shooting the shit out of things.
That's what I want. I don't want to be doing the plunger, whatever it is, like the grapple hook and the jump there and double jump and triple jump and fucking shove it all, man. From the point that if John Romero doesn't like the Doom that it's become now, and that's his baby, that says a lot. Do you know what I mean? He looks at that series now and he's like, I can't believe what they've done.
I thought that the Doom game looked dark. What was it called? Dark Ages or something?
The Dark Ages, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that looked like a return to Doom of old.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm not buying any one though because I got bumped on the previous one.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. But if is it day one on Game Pass? I'm assuming it's day one on Game Pass. So
maybe it's not day one on PlayStation Plus or whatever it's called.
No. I'm gonna completely balls up this name, but Mauritian Star says in chat, thought the new Indiana game was just an Uncharted copy. I would not agree with that because I don't think it looked anywhere near as good as Uncharted.
Yeah, it didn't look as good.
The cutscenes and stuff looked good, and the humor's there, and it's very buddy, and that's what we come to expect. But the gameplay that I saw, which was limited,
gameplay's nowhere near it.
Looked janky, man.
Yeah, no, the gameplay of Uncharted, you can't, like, even when you're fighting someone and the gun drops and he grabs it and you can shoot it and you can swing and you can grab
it's the difference it's the difference of first person, third person.
It's still, but this game is going to make me buy an Xbox though. I'm buying the Xbox.
Mate, I'll tell you what I'll do is when it comes out, I'll come up with my Xbox. You can fucking play it for the weekend, and I'll just sit there eating kebab. All right, we'll do that because you ain't gonna want to buy an Xbox for this shit.
Or we can go out for kebab as well. Eat some kebab outside.
If your missus is in, we could eat kebab in.
But I always said I'm gonna buy. Well, I'm gonna buy an Xbox when the new Skyrim comes out. The new Elder Scrolls.
What Avowed? You mean?
Well, no, the actual Elder Scrolls 6. I've got to play that.
Well, that'll be the next Xbox. I reckon, mate. I mean,
knows, yeah. But no, Indie. To me, Indie looks great. I mean, it's not Uncharted, but it's Indie.
Did you really? You thought?
No, because I love the subject though.
I love Indie. You're talking to an Indie fan, right? You're talking to a man who named his dog Harrison, for fuck's sake. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm a big Indie fan, apart from possibly the Crystal Skull. But the game, right? The actual gameplay that we see is like a lot of the kind of the whip. There's the one animation I see with the whip all the time. That's it, right? And then I see some really janky fist fight.
He ain't got
I ain't seen anything else.
Well, he's not going to get a fucking sniper out. That's not Indie, is it?
No, but I haven't seen him shoot.
No, he has shot. He shot a few bullets.
Did he? I didn't see that. Okay,
yeah, like the old pistols.
It's just I haven't seen him actually navigating anything.
Drops the whip and picks up the BFG 9000
and the chain shield. Yeah,
the crunch scaler. Did you see it in Doom now when the skulls were going into the guy?
Oh yeah,
chewing it up, giving it all. I am wary of anything I'm being shown in specifically an Xbox showcase at the moment.
Yeah.
Because like Clarky says, 17 times bitten, now I'm shy, or whatever it is,
But to be fair to Xbox, I do try and see it from both sides. To be fair to Xbox, you ain't got to take a risk. If you've got your ultimate already.
No. I'm quite happy. I mean, because I'm quite happy keeping my subscription going because my kids will jump on and play stuff on Xbox. So for me, it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
And also, I mean, the one thing I will say about Xbox around Game Pass and stuff like that is they make it really easy to just drop your sub for a month and then resub. They don't tie you in for long periods of time. They don't force you,
You cancel
to
whenever you want. Yeah.
You cancel whenever you want, re-up it, drop it, re-up it, drop it, do whatever you want. So
Yeah.
they could have made that a real ball ache.
Yeah,
you know,
and they
don't,
haven't,
to be fair to them. So you
and
know,
they've got good deals as well.
I'll
because
give them that.
yeah, because the times I used to log on just to play Sea of Thieves, and I don't play Sea of Thieves often, so I used to log on like every year and a half. They would send me an email like, "Oh, we see you haven't logged on in a year and a half. Like, do you want to come on for £1? Do you want to try it for £1?" So I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, I'll come on for £1. Like, here's £1." And yeah, it was like trying to get me to continue doing it, but I would just cancel after that month's gone for £1, and that was enough to get my Sea of Thieves, sort of hit, or play Gears of War 4 and try and complete it within a month, whatever it was.
No, sounds good.
Yeah.
And then, so anything else you want to say about the Xbox showcase, Clarky? You've been very quiet sitting there.
No, particularly. It was
these 6 months ago. We were. This is what makes me laugh. Is right. 6 months ago, Clarky and I were so. This is Microsoft at their lowest, and me and Clarky are rooting for them. Now, when apparently Xbox are on the up because they've spent a shitload of money, they've got all the acquisitions they want, they've got games apparently coming out their ears. Me and Clarky are like, fuck them.
Yeah, because we're just burnt, aren't we now?
It's just a little bit.
When Pet checks his messages, I've just made him a great offer.
Oh dear.
Have you?
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't do it on live.
Vimesy, can I say something?
Yeah, of course you
my
can.
last
say
thoughts as well is they showed two kind of JRPGs, which I believe are exclusive to Xbox, both of them. So one was Metaphor by Atlas, and I can't actually remember what the other one was called. But that got me excited. That got me like, fuck, if that's not on the Xbox One, then I'm gonna have to buy a Xbox to play this. But I just thought I would
an RPG that was in the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, Metaphor was there, and then another one. What was the other one? If anyone
Metaphor was on the Jeff Keighley's thing, weren't it?
Oh, was it?
Jeff Keighley.
There was one on the showcase.
It's
still an Xbox exclusive though, isn't it? And there was another Xbox one.
Hang on, I'm looking now.
It's not an Xbox exclusive. Pet.
Is it not the second one?
No.
Oh, okay. But Metaphor is
not.
Metaphor's not either.
No, it just happened to get revealed in the Xbox
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I forget what I just said.
I can't even find it, mate. And I'm looking at yeah, I can't see it. What was the other one you think about? What did you think about that Claire Obscure Exposition 33 reveal?
No.
But yeah, that's the one I meant. That's the second one I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks. I tell you what it reminded me of, because we were talking about the other day. It reminded me of The Order.
Yes, but turn-based. Yeah.
And then it went into the combat, and it was like, this is cool. And I'm not really a turn-based person, but this.
So that's not exclusive then.
That one is, I think. I'll just.
That one is exclusive. Okay, so Metaphor's not exclusive. That one is. Okay.
Hang on. It just says Series X and S and Windows, but it's on an Xbox showcase, so it's probably coming to PlayStation at some point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll forget what I said then.
So, yeah, who knows where that one, right? And then the next big one was Ubisoft.
Didn't even watch it.
Oh, I thought this was a good showcase, but
you said it was shit, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I did never say that. I thought it was a good show. Shut up! Don't look at the chat. I thought it was good, but I think we've seen a lot of this shit before. And what I mean by that is, even the stuff we saw. So the Star Wars game we saw, that looked really good, but it doesn't look like it's particularly anything different. We saw The Crew. We saw Avatar. We saw Skull and Bones. They're really trying to pimp.
They're still trying to sell copies of Avatar.
Yeah, because they got you.
Let's see.
Because they got a season. They sold a season pass for Avatar, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they got a new one. I can't remember what it's called, but they've got like the part 1 of their season pass or what is coming out. You bought that, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I've never heard you. I think you talked about it on the show, and you said I played about an hour, and the trees.
I've
really
never
nice.
heard anybody talk about this game.
About this game.
No, you heard me talk about it the first time I played it, and
Yeah. You said it, you said I played about an hour, 2 hours.
You've heard me talk about it every time I played it.
Yes, that's true. Yeah,
Like,
every time you say it's got really nice trees.
Far Cry with blue skin, I thought would have made more of
flown off
those
shelves.
Exactly. I thought there'd have been more ripples from it, and nobody talked about it the day after it came out.
That looked well dodgy.
I mean, yeah.
What did?
Something came up like that, and I was like,
"Oh my god, yeah!" Oh, it's like a dog, isn't it? Put it away.
Just don't.
It's got its lipstick out.
Yeah, literally. Oh wait, hold on. No, okay, I was going to squeeze it, but it won't come out.
Oh, don't do that.
So, have you not watched any of the Star Wars stuff for Outlaws?
That looked good. If it's real.
That did look really good. It did look really good. It's out on August 30th. I'd be tempted to do that day one if it wasn't for the fact it's probably going to plummet in price fairly quickly. Who knows? It'll be on Game Pass at some point. But it does look really, really good. But it doesn't look particularly different from anything we haven't seen before. Do you know what I mean? It's got this little cover-based shooting thing. It looks like Jedi Survivor. It just looks like Jedi Survivor, but with a female protagonist. But the what do you call it? The locations and stuff look absolutely stunning. Like walking around Mos Eisley and stuff just looks incredible. Some of the world building that looks amazing.
No, Ubisoft will probably charge you to go into some of the buildings, though.
Yeah, probably. Dragon Age we've talked about. I'm not happy about that. Go on, sorry, Pat.
You never tweeted that we're live on the Twitter, did you?
No.
I just checked it now. No.
I wasn't going to do that because I thought if it all goes wrong, like last week, I didn't want to,
Well,
just have faith.
According to Coleman, the YouTube crashed about 45 minutes ago.
Sure, everything's fine.
Good to see you've been keeping your eye on the chat, Vimesy.
I'm running a show here. Thank you very much.
You can, but so much audience.
And I can also see it on YouTube, and it's fine.
Yeah,
absolutely
I
fine.
I think
Coleman
was trying
he's trying to sabotage us that from that other podcast, the one that's actually got people watching it.
Well, they probably tweet out, don't they? Though.
Yeah, they do lots that we don't do. Turn up on time, that kind of thing.
In fact, I'm waiting for Vimesy to do this. When are we going to get a little snippet of gameplay appear in the corner?
I'm working on it, mate. I'm working on it. I've literally had my hands on this software for approximately, well, if you include what we're in now, about 1 hour and 15 minutes. So, and we're 48 minutes into this recording.
Yeah, so. I remember when I got the new software, I was doing all of the presentations, popping up on the screen.
Yeah.
Look what happened to that in the end.
Well, you crashed it. You disappeared. Your mic went bonkers. You couldn't hear anything.
We couldn't see you.
You had to go and spend $2,000 on a new fucking laptop. That's what happened.
Stop telling people about
that. Oh. And he lives at. So anyway, Star Wars Outlaws looks really good. The Assassin's Creed game, I'm not going to lie, I'm quite hyped for this one. I do love an Assassin. I was thinking about this. We rip the piss out of Assassin's Creed all the time, and I think I've finished more Assassin's Creed games than I have any other series.
No,
I mean, maybe they've been.
Hold on, Vimesy. I got a thing. Is what I think of this. Oh, you can't hear it.
Anytime you're ready, mate.
You can't hear. My phone was on silent.
You useless piece of shit.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
that's what I think of.
I think Assassin's Creed is running out of things to do. I mean, what is the next one set in a nursing home or something?
That would be cool, actually.
It's like Bully, but cool. Really old version of Bully.
No, I think this looks really good. I love the fact you got the two protagonists, so it's a bit like Odyssey, but where it actually makes a difference.
Don't you dare.
Well, in Odyssey, right, you had like a male and female, but I don't think there was much difference in the gameplay. It didn't change anything where you play it. This one, you either play samurai or shinobi, and it's like, do you go in like whacking people around the head with a massive club, or do you go sneaky? You know, I think it looks really, really good. I am quite looking forward to it. But it, you know, it doesn't look massively different from stuff they've done before, but it does look impressive. And then, of course, the big reveal that we're all waiting for: Sands of Time remake, 2026.
No.
Clarky,
No.
mate. I'm not even kidding. You know, you were joking about the Metroid Prime reveal. This was exactly the fucking same. You had a candle, and then you had a date, and it was just 2026.
What do they do? Why would this game could be built from scratch in a year?
I don't understand this.
Unless it's one of Ubisoft's quadruple A games.
Well, that's true. Maybe they're going for the quintuple A game or whatever it is now. But this is a game that was what, 8 to 10 hours long tops.
It wasn't even that memorable.
I remember most of it. I loved that game. I actually played that game through at least twice and a bit.
I think I played it for about 2 hours. You can rewind.
It's something big.
Do you ever know me to replay games? The only games I replay are Broken Sword games, and that's about it. So
you play that Sky game?
The Sky game, yes, I play that lots.
Yeah,
that Sky game, Skylanders,
Crimson Skies. Never played that since Xbox days.
That's true. Actually, I keep downloading it on backwards compatible. I get to like the third zone and then bin it off and go back something else.
Oh, Jesus, this looks like shit.
But it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I don't know. I thought Ubisoft was all right, but it was nothing really new there. There wasn't much there. I thought, Skull and Bones stuff. 3 different Prince of Persia games. You had the Lost Crown update. The new Rogue Prince of Persia was quite good, but too fucking mad for me. And then a candle.
When they come out, they speak about Skull and Bones as if they've invented fucking fire.
Oh, they really did. You see it? They really tried to push it. It was so funny.
It's like, the absolute. That's what I'm saying. It's not an Xbox thing. It's just a PR. This is just an old PR thing, and we know that game's shit. We know it's crap.
How's Just Dance 2025 looking?
No Just Dance. No Panda.
What?
No, unless I missed it. No Panda.
Shameful. Company's fucked.
I don't understand. There was no dancing number at all, I don't think. Someone in chat tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm hoping I'm wrong, because that's like a tradition or an old charter or something, man. That should be.
Yeah, that's a big seller.
It's not an Ubisoft thing without a dancing panda.
Did that Yves Guillemot, whoever he's called, come on stage?
He did at the end, and he was awful.
Did a lady come on stage with him as well, and then they put a plastic barrier down so he couldn't do anything to her.
And she came on. She was holding the drip, just wheeling him on stage. No, he came on at the end and did his usual thing where they get all the crew on at the end, and he kind of stood up in front of them and sort of went, "Oh, hello everybody, isn't it lovely? We all love games." But then cocked his lines up and just it was really limp, which is probably Yves Guillemot all over the place, really. No Beyond Good and Evil 2 this year, so we will save that embarrassment.
How long has it been since they revealed that?
Don't. It's been a very long time.
Do you remember our faces, the excitement when they showed us that?
When they showed Page, I was like,
I think it was about 10 years ago.
It was a very long time ago. That is deader than a dead thing in a dead place. It's just dead. So yeah, but I mean, there were. I'm actually quite looking forward to playing fucking Black Ops at this rate, because at least I know that's going to come out and be vaguely enjoyable. Because I can't say the same about everything else I've had to put up with. Yeah, I don't know. Was there? Did you out of all of these games, these 600 games that have been shown off over the last week? What's the one that sticks out for you?
Do you know what I actually like the look of? And this is ridiculous because nobody's talked about this. I actually like the look of from the trailer that first Descendant game.
The monkey game.
No.
Oh,
the first Descendant.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like a new. It's like a new attempt at a looter shooter like Destiny.
Oh yeah, I think I did see
that. It had a really good trailer. I enjoyed the trailer.
What was that on?
It was on the Games Fest.
Who's making it, Clarky?
Some company I ain't fucking heard of.
Oh, okay.
Brilliant. I mean, I'm glad you brought the. Just give up. Pat, anything stick out for you? Brilliant.
His lipstick.
I'm trying to think. No.
Oh, you like the look of the artsy fartsy indie with the dog thing, didn't you?
Never. That was called. That looked good. But in terms of stuff that
Never
any VA, never.
You can tell Vimesy was in the middle of a field when this was on, can't
No,
you?
I was in the middle of. To be fair, I'm
It's
just
made
having
by
a
the
look at
guys that made.
That's the adventure platformer puzzle thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know Gris, the video game that's got like the
Yeah,
woman?
agree. Yeah. Is it?
Same company made that. That looked good, but in terms of like nothing that I think nothing that was innovative. Yeah, nothing that grabbed me by the balls and said, "Jesus, we're in a new like." This is what I said overall, isn't it?
God, he's going to have the rant now.
It's not a run. It's not a run. It's like a more disappointing thing. But just everything we saw, I just felt like we've either seen before or could have been out on a PS3. Like graphics.
PS3 graphics.
Some actually had PS3 graphics, but not so much about the graphics, but just about like the pushing the boundaries and pushing themes and themes that we haven't seen too much of. So no, nothing that excited me like that. So
No,
I remember like watching, even if it was small titles. I remember E3s in the past that they showed like Firewatch, and they did such a good trailer. I remember that trailer so well. It was the one that was like, "Oh, well, if I'm talking to you, and who's just turned the light on in my." Do you remember that in the Watchtower? And it was like,
yeah. Got you
and
interested
I felt like
straight away, didn't it?
Straight away, I was like, shit, man, I really want to play this game. Like, this is really, wow. Like, it's nothing like that, unfortunately. Vimesy. I think things look good. Things did look good. Like, I'm interested in a few titles.
This is the thing. There's never been so many, and this is why I'm leaning more towards a bit like Clarky. I'm leaning more towards PC stuff now, because if you want that kind of thing, you want innovative, you want different, you want something that's going to get you interested and want to care. It's all on fucking PC, mate. Because the big console people, they can't afford. You look what happened to Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not made us enough money. Bin it off.
Yeah, bin it off. And actually, that was quite a fresh idea.
You go and play what was it called? The one I've just finished. Duck Detective: The Secret Salami. There's my game of the show. Right? It's fucking brilliant, Clarky. I finished it in 3 hours. It's amazing. It's really fun. Go play it. Not even joking. It looks like Paper Mario. It's got a duck in it. No, seriously, right? It's about £8. It's on Steam. It's called Duck Detective: The Secret Salami. You play a private investigator duck who is hired to go and find out who's stolen somebody's lunch at the local bus depot. Has an amazing cast of characters. It looks like a Paper Mario thing. It's cutesy. It's brilliant. It's wonderfully voice acted. The guy's hooked on bread. Can't get enough of that bread. It's brilliant, and it's £8, and it's I've enjoyed that game more than some so-called quadruple A video games that people have flogged out for 70 quid.
Somebody came into my office today trying to describe part of something we sell, and he came in going, it kind of looks like a duck's hand. I was like, what?
A wing?
No, mate, a duck's hand.
What? No, I'm not even gonna.
I just like sat there staring, and he just never realised what he'd said.
Okay. Amazing. Yeah. So that was E3. Were you all happy with E3? Did we like E3? Was E3 good for you?
It's not finished yet. There's still more to come, isn't there?
There's only, I think, no, not really. There's only, I think THQ have got.
There's going to be a direct though.
Is there?
Nintendo have promised a direct in June. The head honcho said it. Said there'll be no Switch 2 there. He was clear
he
on
did,
that.
didn't he? Yeah, they've not released a date for it yet. Oh, what was that?
Oh, it was just my phone. For me, I was really upset and downbeat Vimesy coming out of this E3, and it's nothing to do with how I feel today. Actually, it's just I literally just thought it's a really sad time actually for me in my personal gaming, because I've become that old person now, which is like, you know what, that's what I like. I'm gonna stick to it, and I just don't see like this gen has disappointed me so much. People can hype it up all they want, but there's a reason why half the games are still coming out on last gen as well. Like, it's just no one's pushing the market. I just.
But what do you want? This is the problem, isn't it? It's like,
yeah,
you say, oh yeah, different. You go like, what? And I don't know.
Well, my job isn't to say. My job isn't to say.
It is. You're on a podcast. We're paying you good money. I want answers.
What I want is what they've given up. So I want new experiences, like Ico. I want Shadow of Colossus. I want Gravity Rush.
Have you heard of Elden
but
Ring?
you've already had those things.
Yeah.
I want the next ones. What are the next ones?
Like the Duck Detective.
I want Tearaway. You know, I want games like that. I want like the Duck Detective. You know,
you're lucky, mate, because
I want the
talking about doing a
Metal Gear.
handheld. They're going to do the Xbox Vita, aren't they? So you'll get all those experiences back again.
Did you say Elden Ring, Vimesy?
I did mention Elden Ring, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still interested in how you're just going to walk right in that arena and just finish Moog off in a few hits.
It'll be fine, mate. It'll be fine. It's all right. I'm about level 60. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry. I'm not rushing the DLC, mate. I'm still pottering about in the game, just, you know, finding stuff, doing stuff. People don't want to hear about my Elden Ring stuff anyway, so that's fine. But I hear what you're saying, Pet. But I think you've got the perfect thing for that. You've got the Steam Deck. I'm not joking. There are so many. You got. Isn't Next Fest on at the moment, Clarky?
Yeah, it is.
Next Fest. You want to be looking at some of those. You want to be going on to the next. They do demos of all like these weird little games that are a bit like your Playdate stuff. No. I'm not talking about it's artsy and whatever.
Yeah.
But there's fun stuff there too, and there's stuff that you will like. The problem with it is there's so many of them that trying to wade through and find, you know, the gems that you want is kind of difficult, which is why you kind of have to go with maybe some of the stuff that, you know, curators have sort of said, oh, this might be up your street or whatever, or they'll be the most popular Next Fest stuff that you can go and have a look at. But you got to go digging. But they're all free to play. They're all demos that are out there that you can just, you know, like they used to be, where you download a demo, you get to play it for an hour or whatever it is, and see whether you like it.
There's some companies that they kind of even if they keep to the same formula, I still like it. So it is a little bit hypocritical. Like you know, I generally like the stuff that Atlas does. You know, Metaphor is a re persona, isn't it? Like, let's cut the bullshit. And
but you've just said you want something that's different or whatever.
All of Atlas's games are essentially Persona, because they're all essentially Shin Megami Tensei.
Shin Megami Tensei, they're all Shin Megami Tensei, and the new one's coming out again, which is the old one. They're remastering it, and then so like I am a bit hypocritical, but I guess what I'm trying to say overall is like this gen of all gens, I've played the least gen games. Like, I haven't got. If you see my collection, it's like 6 games. It's like this. I'm not buying the main game I'm playing right now is Fortnite on my PlayStation, which was a PS4 game. Like, it's not. I'm still playing the old Call of Duty on that. I can't play the new ones. I can't do it. I can't play the new. I don't want to play the new ones. They don't. I can't play Warzone anymore. It's too like 15 fucking shit to put on your weapons and pick this up and I just think it's all broken. And I don't know, man. Like, I just don't like it anymore. I don't. You know what? I don't know if I like gaming anymore. I don't like new. I don't like the new direction.
There's the kick button. There's a kick button.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks.
I'll rather buy games on my black and white Playdate right now than go out and go. What's
but then when we give you, you know, go check out Steam Next Fest, you're like, oh, I can't go. Yeah, or we say go look at some reviews about stuff, and you're like, I don't listen to reviews. You want the games to come to you. You want to be like, oh, Pet, I'm forcing you to have this game.
I never watched reviews, Vimesy. I would, as a kid, I would go into a game.
How did you find Flower? How did you find, you know, those games that really resonate with you?
Yeah, so Flower. So it's because companies resonate with me. So Flower, I played years after Journey, and I only found out.
But how did you find Journey?
Everyone was talking about Journey, won lots of awards. So I thought, oh, that's, well, let me check out what 2-hour game. I'm not buying a 2-hour game. You fucking
15
stupid.
quid for 2 hours.
So I held off for ages, and then I was just bored one day. So I was like, oh, let me try this fucking shit 2-hour game. Part of shit. And then I liked it so much, and I thought, what else has that company made? So that's how I look. Oh, I bought the first game, mistake. That was shite. Played their second game, Flower. Thought that was good. I don't think they've been good since then. I didn't like the Abzu, wasn't really for me. I didn't like the other one after. But it's companies, like some companies I know they suit my. Would you know what I wanted to see in this one? That would have there is some next gen games which I want to see. I wanted to see the Judas. That excites me. I want to see that. I want to see what.
That's the BioShock one, isn't it?
Yes. Well, it's made by Kevin Lestinis. That's what you mean, yeah? Or
Levine.
Kevin Levine. It looks like BioShock. That gets me excited. Next gen. We saw it last year. Last year, yeah, we saw it last year. We didn't. Where is it? Like, he can take as long as he wants, but that's a new game that I'm gonna love to see.
But is it a new game? Because it's just gonna be. It's BioShock. It's like that Avowed thing. It's just fucking Skyrim reskinned.
Yeah, but like that's why I said I'm a bit of a hypocrite, because I trust that guy. I think he's gonna make good games. I trust Kojima. Kojima, I think, is pushing the boundaries with his games.
His next one's going to be not mountains but deserts.
Well, yeah, Death Stranding 2 isn't going to push boundaries because it's the same as Death Stranding 1, but Death Stranding 1 was really, really different.
No, I mean, the thing about Kojima is, love him or hate him, and I'm mixed. I can still appreciate the fact that when the guy comes out with something, there's something in there that no one else has done, or doesn't make any fucking sense and shouldn't fucking work, but kind of does.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember what game you were talking about, and you were talking about it quite flat, and I was agreeing with you. I can't remember if it was indie or something else, but I just thought when you were talking about it, I didn't say it, but I thought Kojima would never be.
If Kojima made an indie game, man.
Yeah, like he would never, like that standard game that we saw. He wouldn't touch it. He wouldn't do a game like that. Like it's not that to him is boring. Like he's not gonna do it. So I don't know. A lot of hype for some games which are really, really standard to me.
Okay. So Dean's put a question in chat. He just says, do you think the gamble to make new IPs is too big for these gaming houses?
Yeah.
And yeah, basically that's why.
Yeah, I do.
That's why you lost, Tango Games Works, was because that's a big studio. There's a big studio, made a great game. Nobody fucking paid for that.
Yeah.
Right. So that's an expensive game for them to make, because it's a big team making a lovely game, but no one's buying it, didn't make them money. So bye-bye. They can't afford to do that, which is why PC games, indie games, whatever you want to call them, honestly, if you want something different that isn't that usual stuff, go there.
However, Vimesy, back in it's getting worse and worse though, and it is
the duck game.
This gen is worse because these games, developers and companies could afford to do some risky games with new IPs and see what they were like and let them fail on their ass, because they took a year to make, they took 9 months to make, they took 2 years to make. They weren't as it now. You're not going to take a risk on a year that takes 6 and a game that takes 6 years to make. That's got to be a fucking banger. That's got to be a known quantity banger.
You used to get sequels 2 years later.
Yeah. Well, we got
they release it in the.
We got 3 Uncharted on the PlayStation 3, did we not? Something like that. 3 Uncharted on the PlayStation 3. We'll be lucky if we get one on the PS5. Like if they were making it, I mean, it's just, it's not the same world we live in anymore. Grand Theft Auto skipped a whole generation. I give them a pass because they're gonna be.
They were fucking sitting there sipping pina coladas, man. They don't need to make a game. They just sit there rolling in money.
They don't. But we got 3 on PlayStation 2. They were farting out those Grand Theft Auto games. We got the spin-off versions as well, if you remember. We got 3 spin-off versions. Vice City,
I don't disagree with you. I mean, all the stuff around, look at our massive. I don't want fucking massive graphics. I don't give a shit. This comes back to what I'm saying. That game, the graphics look like Paper Mario. It's great. My son's just completed Paper Mario, talking about it, loves it.
But this gen, apart from graphics and FPS being better, what have we gotten?
Yeah,
that's my problem, because this is what I said in my tweet. I think the jump from the bit era, the Nintendo and Sega 16-bit to PlayStation
Oh,
1 was
this is.
huge.
I keep saying this. This is why Nintendo get it right.
No,
I think the jump there from one to 2 was amazing.
No,
2 to 3, 3 brought on.
I think there are
Four
games
VR.
there, but they, you know, I think there are games there that are innovative and do stuff, but they've got so much. They're pushing themselves into this thing where it's a graphics war, not a game war. It's not like we've got to the point now where if you want to make a New York and go swinging through it, you can go do that. So what's next? Or what I want to make New York and San Francisco. It's just bigger, and it's like give me Batman Arkham Asylum again, where I'm in one fucking building.
And sometimes that's better, as you said, Batman. Like it's not about. Yeah, I completely agree. Like what
I played Spidey and it was great, and I finished it, which is a rarity for me. But give me that fucking Batman Arkham game where I'm in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
I'm going between what was 3 buildings or something like that in the ground,
and make it in 3 years as well, because it's like it'll be smaller. Like this whole I don't understand where is the bounty going to get, because soon they're going to be making games now for 2 generations in the future.
That was amazing. I was watching
the game's going to take 9 years to come out, 10 years.
The Assassin's Creed, what is it? Shadows. That's the one with the 2 of them. And there's a bit where the sneaky little girl was going in, like sneaking into this castle, whatever you want to call it. And they made a big fuss about the fact that there was a guard standing there, and she shot out the light. She flicked an arrow at the light, and the light went out, and suddenly she could sneak. And I'm like, they were doing that in Thief 20 fucking years ago.
In Thief, they did that in MGS1.
Yeah, but Thief was probably predates MGS. It's like they were. I don't know. I can't remember dates.
MGS1 was on PlayStation 1.
Fucking Thief was on PC before there was a PlayStation.
But
it was either way, right? I mean, this is what I'm talking about. But they were doing that, right? Thief had stealth mechanics in it where you were putting down moss arrows so you could tiptoe across stone, right? They were doing water arrows where you could put out light so you could hide in the shadows better. They were doing all this stuff, and it's like, oh, look at this! Isn't this amazing, guys? It's 2024, and we can turn off a fucking light. Ooh. Right?
Yeah.
What are they getting excited about? The fact that she can go in a pond, and she can get a straw, and she can breathe through. Fucking Snake was hiding in a cardboard box, right? I mean,
which was getting pissed on by a wolf.
And we're making this. Yeah, we're making this big deal about it. You know, it's like that cardboard box had more fucking personality in it than the whole fucking Sneaky Pet game. And I like the look of that Assassin's Creed. I'm not saying I'm not going to buy it. I'm not saying I'm not going to play it, but please don't be telling me this is some kind of massive fucking innovation in gaming.
Well, I'll give you an example. What do you expect the difference in Gears 5 to be to the previous one?
Not Gears 5. You mean Gears?
Gears, whatever it is, the new Gears.
ED.
What's
it will look pretty. It will look pretty. I mean, that's all I got. I don't know, because again, all we saw was a fucking CG trailer, right?
Oh.
It will look pretty no longer excites me. If you're going to show an E3 and go, this is the new Gears, it's prettier.
See, I get it. I mean, like, again, okay, so we talked about it a little bit. I've been playing Elden Ring. Elden Ring is stunning. You go back and play Dark Souls after playing Elden Ring, you're like, but that prettiness brings the world to life, right? It's not just pretty for the sake of being pretty. It has personality. Everything is there for a reason. It's not just, oh, that's a nice bush, right? It's there for a reason, okay? And the thing about Elden Ring is you can walk from one end of Limgrave all the way through to, you know, the other side of Learning, and no loading screen, right? You just walk. It's like that's what I want the future of gaming. I don't want it to be about, oh, it's just graphics and big explosions. They've got to do something. There's got to be a reason for them to be there, right? And it's about making the worlds. But I can do that with a game in a tiny little Arkham Asylum.
I agree, but
then Batman did the same. But Batman did the same thing. They went from Arkham Asylum to Arkham City. Let's get bigger. We're going bigger. We're going bigger. It's not about fucking bigger.
No, it's not. Battlefield. We had a Battlefield that was unique. The weather was changing. Storms were coming in. Buildings were falling. Floods were coming up, changing the gameplay. What do we get in the new ones? Oh no! Now we get 125 players per match. We've lost all of that destructible shine.
Fucking shit.
Who gives a fuck?
That was a shit show. 120 people aside, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
It was a massacre.
Who gives a fuck? We've lost gameplay elements. We've lost this. We've lost those features. We've lost the changing weather. We've lost. Why? So we can get 100 people. So we can get a lady that fucking X-rays it. What are you talking about? What are you? We've gone backwards. Is what we've gone. We've gone backwards, and it's taken more years and more money to go backwards.
But this is what I'm saying. I think there are games that are doing this stuff. There are games that are you're talking about you're talking about Lucas Pope, right? As a prime example, he's not making things bigger and brighter and more explosiony. He's bringing out games that are 3 pixels on a play day.
Yeah, man. He worships the crank.
Yeah, listen, there's a handful of companies out there which I think are pushing boundaries, but it's a handful. I think Valve's doing it every time they do something. I know it's rare they do something, but
what have they done?
Half-Life Alyx. That was pushing boundaries.
Hold on. To be fair, there isn't a better VR game than Half-Life Alyx.
I disagree.
There isn't a better or more complete VR game than Half-Life Alyx.
No, I disagree.
They smashed.
Well, you're wrong then.
They smashed it. So
that's a traditional game, right?
Kojima Productions. I think he does push the boundaries. What I can't even remember that Rockstar. They do push. Their new Grand Theft Auto will be insane. Red Dead Redemption was insane. I mean, that was
yeah. No, I get that, but
these are things I'm struggling to think of. I think Insomniac sometimes got it. Sometimes.
I'm saying. The VR mod for Half-Life 2 is one of the best VR games. Don't knock it till you've tried it, mate. I'd
just be sick, mate. That's what I'm saying. I'd just be vomiting everywhere. I just think that we're overlooking. We're talking, we're talking about gaming as if it's just these AAA first-party things, and there are so many other games out there that we don't even look at. Oh, thanks for that.
Sorry, just Aaron just sent me the YouTube link. I was like, oh, that's good. We are working on YouTube.
So yeah, I just think there are, you go to Steam, there are loads and loads of games. It's a bit like that thing which was really insulting that they put up at the beginning of the Xbox thing or whatever. Was it Xbox or was it Summer Games Fest? Where Jeff was like, oh, look at the top 10 games in Steam in the last 8 of them are indie developers and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I've got half of them. And they're all great. And, if you want to play Manor or Hades 2 or whatever, then the Duck game, then, yeah, they are great. And we should be talking more about them than giving up our fucking time to talk about a Dragon Age game that looks wank.
And unless that game, it doesn't always have to be like innovation, but unless that game does it perfect, like, okay, here's, they said that about like, Shovel Knight. There wasn't any innovation there, but that game they said that smashed that style of game, that 16-bit landscape. It's done it perfectly. So because it's done it so perfect, it didn't push any boundaries, Clarky, right? Because it's done it perfect, they talk about it, they love it. So Gears 5 comes out and it's like, no, they've done the cover-based shooter perfect. Then yeah, I'm still saying that's really, really good. They smashed it. However, if it comes out and it's just another turn-based shooter, why am I getting excited if it looks not turn-based shooter, cover-based shooter? It looks better. Okay. All right. That's what I'm getting at.
I'm just...
Metal Gear Solid, they showed the remake of Snake Eater. Again, my thoughts were, this looks really, really pretty. I will buy this. I will buy this.
I was looking at that and thinking that looks fun.
And
that looks really, really good. But however...
Go on, sorry. I was
just going to say, but however, Clarky, it's the same game we had on PlayStation 2 all those years ago.
Andy Kelly on Twitter, Vimesy, you know who he is, don't you? He actually pointed out from the Metal Gear Solid 3 trailer, it's like they're killing the atmosphere with the
vibe is gone.
Graphics. Because they were saying there's certain scenes where it's like the way the art style was done, it was clear that it was at night time and it was meant to be a bit tense, but you don't see all of that with the updated graphics. You don't get that.
They got that worry about Silent Hill and the fog as well and things like that. They're like, it doesn't really work anymore with this,
We're just getting, we're relying on fucking remakes again.
And big names. and not new. Well, yeah, we are.
Yeah. Oh well, so I'm glad we brought you on to cheer you up, Pet. Thanks for that. You fucking depressed the crap out of me and Clarky now.
Yeah, I was depressed.
It's just gonna collect all of his consoles into a pile and set them on fire when we're finished.
Go play the duck game. That'll put a nice smile on your face.
Well, yeah. We'll see.
If only you had a nice birthday present to read or something like that. That would, you know.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, when's Kingdom Hearts out?
What, the Steam version? You mean?
Yeah.
June, something like this month, I think.
Which version of Kingdom Hearts is it? Kingdom Hearts, I don't know, elucidated Brethren of the Aeon Knight or something.
They're releasing them all.
I like that title.
Yeah, what they did is they bundled it, so it's not 1, 2, 3, so they call them like 1.5. So they include all like the side
1.5, 2.5, and
2.5, 3.5. So they got all those side titles, Vimesy. So it's like, well, it's not just Kingdom Hearts 1, it's Kingdom Hearts 1 plus the DS.
What we're gonna do?
Sleep or something crap. I don't know.
Are we gonna pick one each and get him in for his birthday, Vimesy?
Pick what one? Well, no, I've already given his birthday present.
He's already given me a birthday present.
What did he give
I remembered his birthday, you know?
Look at this.
Oh, he's up, he's off. I know my fellow co-host, all right?
Oh, I feel bad now. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to have to learn to read, but, you know,
he'll never read that.
So this is more about the man himself.
The other way around, Pet. The other way around. You open the front bit.
I'm just reading the synopsis.
He's the hentai. He's going the other way. Yeah.
So this is how books, movies, and music inspired the creator of Death Stranding and the Metal Gear Solid series.
Don't stop reading it now. You're going to make like an ASMR video or something like that. Stick that on the channel.
Oh my god, there's actually an interview in here as well.
Mate, I don't just get you shit. All right. You have to have a little faith. All right. Have a little
Were
faith.
you a reader from a young age? No, I didn't like reading when I was a small child.
Put that much thoughts into my present.
That's the interview.
Yeah.
That's just such a funny line.
You never put that much thought into mine.
You got a birthday coming up or something?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what Vimesy got me. That's when they go back.
Yeah, he'll never open that again. But you know, it looks pretty. It looks pretty. So when are you away to Greece, Pet? Is that soon?
No, I've cancelled my trip for now. Got a busy month.
Okay, cool. Right.
Really?
So what I'm going to do then for next time, whether that's in 2 weeks' time or whatever, I am going to find you some demos to play on Next Fest or something like that, and I'm going to send
you won't play
these. Very little short ones. I'm sure they'll be fine. One might be a duck.
You will play.
There's a possibility one might involve a duck.
Oh, Pet, it's out on what date? It's out tomorrow.
17th.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Don't Pet, don't buy Kingdom Hearts 3. All right, on Steam.
That was one of my favorites as well. Okay.
Yeah. Don't buy Kingdom
But obviously,
Hearts
he prefers the book. I just say. Anyway, I think that's probably where we're going to wrap it up for tonight. So thank you, especially for the people in chat who joined us and listened to us rambling on, and hope I haven't depressed too many of you. Sorry if we have. But there we go. We'll be back in probably a couple of weeks. We're trying to do it fortnightly, but who knows? Who knows? There might be something exciting we want to talk about. Breaking news, or we might have actually played a game. It's always possible. Who knows? So until next time, thank you very much for putting up with us, and we will see you again soon.
Bye.
2 weeks time. Bye bye.